associated to this injury, basically, if we look at the roots here, right? L5, L1, S1, and so we know that the nerve endings are coming through here. This L5, S1, and so this is what's
Hey,
causing
Rocco,
the muscle. Yeah.
do you have any pains in your legs?
Oh yeah.
Does it affect when
Oh
you
yeah.
walk?
Oh yeah.
Except you walk funny.
Yeah. And basically, I can walk for maybe about 10 minutes before it starts to radiate. It also depends on the time of day because I do take some medication for it. Um, and it also maybe will depend on the quality of sleep or activity from the previous day. And so essentially, it's limited my mobility. And when we have these type of injuries, we measure two things. We measure the load on the spine, right? And then we also measure sort of the flexibility with the muscles or groups that are associated to that nerve root. And so I don't have a load issue. I can put weight on me, somebody could put weight on me, no problem, no pain. But when it comes to the flexing, the moving, the walking, whatever else, that's when I start to develop the issues. So it's not about the pressure on the spine. It's more about the flexibility between the nerve and the pinch, I think, is my guess.
But there's another thing. What he said earlier, even surgery, it doesn't cure all the
No,
problems forever.
no. Yeah, I agree. I agree. The research on the surgery, again, the efficacy is only about 50-50. To me, that's Mao Mao Hoo Hoo. It's horse horse tiger tiger. It's not good enough. I want the efficacy of a surgery to be much higher. There are some other treatments, and not just surgery, where they go in and they try to lift the spine and different things. I'm not interested in that. I think as what his idea is somewhat correct is definitely making sure that the area heals, but we also don't want it to become calcified or fused. And so that 6 months when I came back and just did the bed rest, it became worse because I got heavier, but also because of the lack of mobility, the degenerative discs began to sort of, get very stiff in their location. The 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 soup, the juice between the discs, right? That's important. And so it has to have, flexibility to be supportive between the vertebrae. And so if I don't move or I stay, then what happens is they just get tighter and tighter and tighter. And so then there's no mobility. And that's the only reason why I would be cautious to just stay horizontal for a long period of time because I'm going to lose muscle control. I'm going to lose ability to have mobility, basically. So I would be very cautious about excessive bed rest at this point, based on my research. When it comes to acupuncture, I'm definitely interested, of course, because they probably do a series of nerve roots related to this situation. But you can see where the connection is between the S1, L5. Anywhere we have these numbers is where we'll get pain or changes in the muscle structure. And that also includes the inside, obviously, the rectum, the perineum, so forth, any of these things within the hips. Your situation is quite different, right? And I think that's where we got confused when I was saying C5, C6, because I think that's more related to your situation because that affects the limb, right? And so you have
I
some
think that was L4 and L5 was not
was
C.
yeah. For me, it's basically the herniation is probably L5 S1, but the degeneration in the report indicates there's degeneration all the way down, starting from L4, L5, and so on. So my main problem is here, and it's on both sides. So it goes both sides, which is not sciatica. It's something else.
Hey, Rocco, can I
Yep.
ask how long does it last for that pain?
Mm,
Can you
it,
still record?
yeah, I mean it varies. I've had it now for yeesh, almost 2.5, 3 years since almost the beginning of the pandemic. Um, if the pain lasts, if it takes 10 minutes to make the pain, then depending on how long I work under pain, if I sit down immediately, it's probably okay. If I continue to push through, then it's much worse. So, like for example, if I'm with my wife in Las Vegas and we decide to walk, right? Because we want to walk, and if I go past my pain point and keep doing it, then it hurts for a long time. But if I walk and then stop, give myself relief, relax, calm down, and then go again, it's not so bad. Does that make sense?
你哋關門先好唔好啊？我出邊聽唔到啊！我講緊英文，唔係我哋講緊。
唔該
嗱，你哋
唔該唔該晒你啊。
是这段时间加重了。
Rocco,
Yes, ma'am.
has your pain get worse?
Actually, no, it's improved. Actually, it's improved. But there's been some
Can I
things.
ask how did you feel that you improved yourself? Was it resting?
No, it was using the upright walker and the peptides on the injury, and also losing weight. And so let me call up my sheet here. Let's see. Let's do.
That walker was the one you showed on picture earlier?
Yeah, it's the upright one. So the body is more vertical in this case, which makes sense if you're talking.
还有用它那个两个怼那个东西，他觉得他有提高了。
就是有提高，对他体重下降可能对他帮助。他是这段时间是感觉又加重了，常规去检查的时候发现的。
没有，他是觉得比以前好了。
比以前就是原来比现在还要重。把他的片子给我看一下，核磁 MR， 看一下 MR。
Rocco.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any records for your MRI?
Yeah.
Have you got a record from your doctor?
Yeah.
Or just the report itself?
Oh, I just got the imaging and they sent it to me, believe it or not, on CD. I said, who has a CD player anymore? I mean, this is America healthcare system, still sending your images through on a disk instead of USB or through a cloud server. I said, is there no other way? And so I have to go to some special place that has a CD to make the images to put on a computer. Can you believe that?
If you have that record right now, he can actually have a look. He can get better ideas of what you have.
Yeah.
And he will give you suggestions.
Yeah. I can't promise you that the imaging is on the report because I had to special order it from the hospital for some reason. Now let's see, using mobility, upright, walker. The other thing
but could you be able to try to see whether you could find it?
Yeah, I'm gonna look right now. I just want to write down the two things. Peptides, BPC 157, and
let me
TB.
quickly come back.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll find the image. So let's pause this, I think.